Hello everybody, my name is Coalspace and you have just entered Coalspace and we are back with another Beacon Pines episode and I am going to try to get as much done of this as I can today. And we must check on Mr. Tolliver in the basement. And we're going to hop right into it. Let's see. He's gone. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Mr. Tolliver? Maybe he woke up, escaped from the building, and left without a race.
Maybe Gran knew everything.
Maybe. What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain
Luca
food.
rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He flipped the
delayed.
lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed? Heh. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act like nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent and do when he was done. Go to sleep. Alright, well, I guess the only thing we can do is act like nothing. There is nothing to do. Gran's gone. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play cool. I think we might have got...
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened.
No.
His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned.
What
and
happened to
tried
Luca?
move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The germ. The jam. What did the jam do to me? Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Gran, you're evil. Rest now and let me handle everything. Gran, you can't handle this, Gran. Am I
Chapter
dead?
9. A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Mr. Nuncreed?
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. The festival! We gotta hurry. Let's go. The festival! We're gonna be late! Oh! Run. What? Rolo! Beck! What's up? Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa. Sly devil. Sly. I got a new word. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might just be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is loafing around waiting for his speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up the podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. What is happening? Everybody's here.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Nervously. Is this the thing? Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor. I suppose you already know that. Oh yes. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause, befitting such a great man. I don't see anybody clapping.
Even that's more than the old codger
Gus
deserved.
cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where I was,
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine,
He
everyone.
gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. Oh, he's such a jerk. What a great turnout. Ah, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would it be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium?
Mr. Kerr pulled a big stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. There are things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all here today. It's hard for me to believe that I was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know
He
what?
wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment,
Mr.
change.
Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you than all the what did I just say? Community! And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. The Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are on that horizon. The festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. That doesn't sound good. What was
The
that?
crowd began to look around nervously.
Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it was with a happy heart that I can
He raised
proclaim...
his hands up to the heavens.
Harvest awaits! Dang it, we got froze again! Ah! It happened again.
A merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything. it touched.
Frozen.
For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end, on a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
No.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit. Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
No.
No, I don't mean that.
We have
We
to
got a
get
little
it.
closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
We did get a little closer. Alright, well let's do this side. I guess. Let's do this side right here. No! Oh wait. Yes. Okay. Refuse!
Luca had no choice but to refuse. tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket.
Oh, we're going to the very emotional
A wild
part.
delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards.
No.
Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them
No.
away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca.
Oh, we just die
The last
here?
thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
No.
I think this
That
was
was
one
a
of those
short
times
one.
where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that one is a no now. Alright, we're on this one. Alright, we're on this one, everyone. Sly.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Sly cop. Oh, this
Luca
is
and
the
Roland ducked behind the
interrogation.
barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Okay.
With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
Here we go. What? What's going on here? Oh, here's Mr. Tolliver's. You're that good girl, Miss Motor Girl. Please call me Beck. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there had been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper? Juniper sent you here?
Caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran.
What?
This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What a better way to avoid prying eyes. Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here too.
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to
We're gonna
finish
get
her
him to
thought.
talk. Destroy the
Beck
evidence.
shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep. The old gal, if nothing, not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out they were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning up things down
Beck
here.
was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Ooh. You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good, there's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on the scan while I was restocking the candy shelf. And you wouldn't know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial hobbyist transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. She said it was mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and we know where to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go and work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. The whole time Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples!
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine, in the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio, and a good spy transmission is never what it
Beck
seems.
marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground, buried, covered? Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nun Creed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Wow, Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, and I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go to next. Investigate Nun Creed's drugstore. Okay. I can feel it, everyone. I think we're getting closer. Ooh, we should talk to her. Hello. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Alright, Nun Creed is this way. Should we go in there? We can't. Oh, here we go. What's this? You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Rick, you? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about? I
Gus
think
looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does want to just do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy you should spend some time with. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and the Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. Are they good? This is our father's town. Wars. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Harris. And he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warhouse into a toxic dumping ground. That is just a temporary agreement. The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us when all this goes inevitably wrong. Who do you think will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung
Harris
in
is...
the air.
Oh. We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be part of that future? Or to be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Harris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Are they bad? Oh wait, we gotta talk to this lady. She's always reading. Always reading. Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do it, a damn thing about it. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point. Oh, it's very true. Sometimes the villain has a point. Alright, here we go. Oh, I remember this guy's voice, I think. Let's see if I can...
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance
Solomon's
to the
like
drugstore,
a really deep but
holding a
aggressive.
brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Where'd you get that candy from?
You might say we have an agreement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have a family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs.
I'm certain you do.
I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile.
There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash.
Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. It's locked. Okay. It's locked. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. What about that telephone booth, everyone? Let's check that out. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That's not a normal phone booth. It's got like blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Korean's new drugstore. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
Oh my gosh, are we about to do something crazy? All right, let me see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we... Ah, what the heck?
Loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath,
Are we gonna
and
die?
accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It
What?
was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Oh, where are we? Are we in the
The air
lab?
was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No, I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic Issue 12 were real? Rolla, at one point or another, you've said that everything about technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor! It looks like each of these has something written on them. We are getting to the juicy secrets! Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer, and a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies to this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. What's this? Okay. This stuff has a broken mask. This suit has a broken mask. So have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? At least we found the hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Alright, what are we gonna do here? That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around a sci-fi tech.
Willow's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh no. Rolla, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide! Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Oh no. Shit. 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 Awesome! Oh no. Y'all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground's secrets. I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Really complications, life, reality. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yup, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Shopper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He'd found something that he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about this one though. One thing though. When he begged me not to take the Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Shopper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Shopper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what he needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this, but you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
Luca began to laugh? What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders.
Oh no.
His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what she's messing with. Tell me now! She's in danger, boy! I don't know. She had a map of the mark in the fountain in town square. The fountain, but why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, she could catalyze... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all! You all need to run! Run where? away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. We're just like, no. We're doing this. You good? Yep. I love this town. Beck's such a good character.
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the...
Rollo. We're back in the cold. That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't it look like it got on any of us? It didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow up something like this? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Catch up to Mr. Nuncreed. Oh no. So where are we? Oh, the snow crackle noise is so satisfying. Wait, this is not the right way. Okay. I feel like we're getting close to the ending here. Let's see. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time. Nuncreed's getting away. You've seen this before! You guys have been here! Oh, this is like a spot where they don't remember it. Because we're in a different story timeline. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I've got it! It's so obvious now! Mr. Nuncreed's an alien! Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. And we found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing! You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You'll get used to it. We should keep moving. Oh boy.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Oh no, what's this?
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Oh no. Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not gonna solve anything. If you drop that, you're doomed. This whole town.
Oh, if it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators.
Gran! What's happening?
Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing?
Welt told me everything. He trusted you. You betrayed his trust.
Luca, did you know all of this? That this man's entire life lie? Oh my gosh, let me repeat that. That's horrible.
Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish.
That's so sad.
His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas on how to effect change.
Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets.
Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Oh no.
Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions.
What are we gonna do?
The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to weep.
And in the stillness,
We'll do
he
weep.
began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered, saw the tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
Oh no.
This'll all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything will go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch
What's
at Mr.
happening?
Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall.
Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted
What
down
happened?
the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
We're gonna die.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to.
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Oh, we're gonna die. We froze! No! Well, we die
Gran
here.
only had time to spin around and run to Luca.
It's not right.
Attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever.
No!
So, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
No!
Well, that was dire.
We didn't want that.
On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Well, yeah.
We just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
So, we had gotten all these, right? So, we got all these. We got all these. Alright, so let's go hum. Let's go hum. Hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum.
Let's hum.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
Aww. I'm gonna cry. That's so sweet.
Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note.
Oh. That's so sad.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother. What? Mom? That's my mom?
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close.
Oh,
and the
Gran was
cold
mom?
retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor! I thought you were gone. I should have known you should have known I would have never abandoned my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did not. I did it to keep you safe. I thought getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought it was gone. Everyone thought it was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
Oh my gosh. That is so sweet. This is a great story, by the way, for this game. They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting with fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now there's a better way to stop the perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We got a party to crash. Nuncreed stays there. Interesting. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under Perennial Harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door bust open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen. There were dozens
This
of
game
them.
is so relaxing.
Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Okay. Interesting. And that is what change is all about. Oh, here we come. We're gonna crash this party. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will be all making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and the Perennial Harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked the whole damn town and moved it to the right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... This is Hartford. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see this festival is a sham? An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I am Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew the Valentine's Fellow was too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the only one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. Oh crap. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Who are you? Who are you? The child? Clapping? What is going on? That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
What? Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weedless bird where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for rousing authority. I will take from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense what we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps ripping through the
Yeah.
crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense from the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one
What is
smooth
going on?
motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant
What?
smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You all can call me Shopper
His body
Valentine.
and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching
What?
green mist.
What?
A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
Oh.
This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. The festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. No. Ha! Wonderful!
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard!
Malice. We got a new word.
I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. You ain't gonna let you get away with it again.
Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward!
Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. I just want to point out that this girl on the screen is still reading her book. Does anybody notice that? Like, right there. You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me, and that leads me nicely to my children. Ew. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give, the opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But, silence, Augustus and Adultus speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Harris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I've been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's alright, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. Oh, wait. There's just no help in it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of the perennial harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up Blathershite could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, It almost felt frivolous.
You see, I need a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and blink this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously...
What? He was acting the whole time? Patrick C. Munskew, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It was truly the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was at Pat C the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what is to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends make a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate's for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought, but well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we? What? Did we die?
And
No!
so Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business.
No.
Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer.
What?
The end.
No.
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer
We
now.
know Solomon's
You can
bad.
feel it, right?
Yes.
We can't let Sharper win.
No.
He might just be the key to this whole thing.
He
Let's
is.
see.
What do we need? This one? This is the one. Oh, wait. There was a malice
There was a
lurking.
malice lurking behind those eyes. Like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure we'll work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rolo at the
Luca
Chia
twisted
house.
free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca. You know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. Shut up, Nuncreed. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Shut up, Nuncreed. I don't trust you for crap. Dude, we just seen what happened there. No, we are not trusting little Nuncreed here. What's this? You. The festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, would it be a thing to behold? I agree. This is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know the festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if
The
someone...
two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
What? What? Alright, what are we doing? Where are we going? Oh. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modwill. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight and get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Let's talk to Jeff.
Wow! You can get a wrench of the
Noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's junking, Sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of be late to be junking?
I might as well ask the same thing for you.
Find anything good?
Bah, ever since the perennial harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a thing about a person by looking at what they keep throwing away. What is with this bunch? It's all shredded paper and coffee cups.
Well, I better get going.
I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing.
See what?
Exactly.
Talk to you? No? Talk to you? No? How about you? How about we do some fishing? Hello, Jetson. Have you seen Rollo come by this way any chance? Afraid not. This elusive as fish here in this here pond. That was terrible. I don't know what I just said. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, did we do it all already? Okay, no, we did it all.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best.
We already did all this, guys. We don't need to do it. Okay, where is Rollo? Where? Rollo!
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rollo! No, Rollo. Rollo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag.
Plop.
He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
We'll just chill until Rollo gets here.
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame. Waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it in a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found
Interesting.
himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's
Up to you.
Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." That makes sense.
Yeah.
Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo."
Oh no, Dad.
Luca
There's
was
Rollo.
startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below.
Who is it? Is it
Just
Rollo?
as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Ooh!
Chapter 5.
Who is it?
Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back.
What?
He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Rollo. You're huge. Stop right there. Or I'll... Shush, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
It's Rollo. Why is Rollo huge? Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you aren't Rollo. You look like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Haha, uncle. Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it is really you, prove it. Flamin' chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped.
Why? What's
He
going on?
peered more closely at
Why is
the
he
man
older?
standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo,
Well, yeah.
only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. Wait, where did they take you? I don't know. They threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look,
Rollo proudly
they
presented his
aged
hands to
him.
Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. Rollo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pa just made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Oh, he doesn't know. What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
My holy Toledo! Rollo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Whoa, you smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? What are these people? Who are they? I don't know who did this, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome! Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but it took... Look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems very dangerous. Danger, ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I'll take them all on. There's Beck.
With a
Hey
yelp,
fellas, what's up?
Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I don't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? Ah, no, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know that this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but...
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rollo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yelp.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Oh no, what? Okay. Just need to play it cool. And I hope no one notices. Notices what? No, nothing. I was just... come over here. Let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go to work tonight. Her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck! He is, him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough for her to exile her daughter to this podpunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peach.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. The other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more,
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded. No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great, we can get back to the story now. The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. What are we about to hear? Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on the lead research of deep engineering? Nellie Modewell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good, you know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished up the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to the perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay, just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you've ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. So just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, we were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder?
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked much about the job? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that the body at the warehouse was the person's Beck mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. So we need to get your mom out of here before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. She won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her until then. So if she's not coming out, we're going to go in and get her.
A large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this will help. You have blueprints? But it shows the layout. Sorry, I didn't even read that. Sure, it looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. It even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is,
Rolo
right?
started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist. Wow.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rolo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright, quick recap. Rolo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing could go to bust. Me? Cordial is my middle name. How do you plan to explain your
He waved
new
vaguely at Rolo's sizable figure.
circumstance? Bah, she'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Elona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie's in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves me with Jeff and Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I'll think of
They
something.
each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed. Enlist the help of Jeff and enlist the help of Iggy and Tish. Got it. Where is Jeff, Iggy, and Tish, though? Where are they? I don't know. Well, let's go see. Where is Jeff? Where's that diner? I forget. There's Jeff. Okay. Hey, Jeff. What can I do you for? Well, you know how much you hate Perennial Harvest? Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
Yeah, see, I knew your kids were all right. Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. But give me one good reason why I should risk my hide aiding and abetting your rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh, what we got? Hide!
Jeff's brow perked up.
What did you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hid from nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've just got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy.
This ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gob should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Alright, we got Jeff. Now we need Tish and Iggy. Where do we go for them? There we go. They're right there. Hey, Tish. Look who it is. Luca, you here to try to tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow.
Hear me out.
Suspicious.
We're listening. Iggy, I know that we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda hard, you know? Hard? Yeah, well, life's always hard. Get over it. We ain't interested. Oh, come on. Come on.
Luca knew he tried again.
Alright. Again, no, we've been giant bags of shit
Iggy
to
gave
each
a
other.
reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong. But life has been kinda strange, you know?
Considered the point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things. That I knew that was gonna be the one. I knew that was gonna be the one. I knew it. What if I told you there was ways to have truce and break stuff? Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after all this is done, maybe you and Tish can come and hang out at the treehouse
Iggy
sometime.
glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Well, we looks like... Did you hear that,
He
Tish?
gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at the
A single
treehouse.
tear ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to come. How wonderful.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive. A
Into
good
the
heist
Hive.
requires preparation, and thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck
Good.
radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We are locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit
Oh,
provided
the
by
big
Jeff
heist!
wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
What the? Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Okay. Got your delivery here. A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning. Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept
Rollo
secret.
sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Oh, we got in. Did we? Our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the...
Our harvest awaits. Package for here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need to know kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry.
What did you say your name was again?
I'm panicked.
Our harvest awaits. Sir, that's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Oh no. Our harvest awaits! Ready to go light this candle, Tish? Yup. Suck on this perennial ham fist. What was that?
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on! Just buzz me in already. Okay, okay. Ah ha 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 ha. Phew. That was close. We got in. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. Boy, you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yes, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck in case she needs some medium muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Locate the founder's office. We got it. That's odd. It's not even any cups for the water. Interesting. Oh gosh, we got a bunch of doors here. Oh no, which one is it? Oh Lord have mercy. Oh, Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca, what are you doing here? It's a long story, are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Something strange. People grabbed me and were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up when they said they were distracted. I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, me, Rollo, and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I've got to do something first. Don't trust him! When you were running, did you happen to see the door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder? Knocking comes with a consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. Pretty lucky that I ran into you or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electronic light. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. She's gonna destroy it. Hey! I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
She's helping me. Howdy. Good afternoon. Oh, the door's
The
open.
light on the keypad changed from red to green.
Yeah. How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. He's with us. He's bad.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck in locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friends, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have any way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed.
We
on
got
a black
it.
back.
How did you just guess that? Oh, this is an absurd password Rolo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Oh, they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half.
Look, your powers of deduction are impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rolla, I think this should do it. Bingo bango, doors open. Thank you, Luca. You never fail to impress. What is that separated lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close to the next doors marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opened the lock? Crap, we've got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all the
He
noise.
skimmed the screen with his finger.
Oh no. Here it is, 13806, go, go, go! Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help. Oh no. Run back, run, Rolo! Oh man. No water cups. Really, Rolo? Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in! They're gonna get him.
Mr.
Kerr.
Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms, they're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. You two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it! Oh, we tricked them. Ah! Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them! Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on the wild goose chase. I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy I finally used the young chemist lab kit. You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. Who is your adult friend? Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I have more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest! Perennial Harvest came in to clean up with the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile, but it is by its very nature. So, the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. The harnessing Tempest Liquimine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
She did. You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long till I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I am truly sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. This is why we gotta get you out of here. Like now. Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of the aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we got the Dr. Modul heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Alright. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even this alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Let's see what else is on this bad boy. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Get any of them? Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Let's get that. There we go. We're gonna go here. Oh, this looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with the party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't to worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trailing of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rollo, before we start tossing blame around. Is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else huddle up. Oops! I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, I was the one who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharpa, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial Harvest, Valentine Fertilizer, all connected by a single thread, yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly. Waiting for the flicker of epiphany, with a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ah, yes, now you've got it. Tempest Lycomine, you discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Oh, very good, Dr. Modwell. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional,
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
and the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial,
Presented
please.
it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
Evil. May I present to you the eighth wonder of
Before
the...
he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Ha Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about it.
Casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Boom. Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him! Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I'll smash it!
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear! Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens, then what? We capture you and grant you much less
He
leniency.
pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be
A
harmed.
deep uncertainty washed over him.
Whatever. You're a smart girl, Beck. But there is no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this
She
ends.
looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
No. That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it! We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right.
With apprehension,
No!
seated. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance
The
review.
blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. Don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal
A
life.
muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. And after the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on your magnitude of your failure. You three, keep post on outside of the door. Well, crap. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Hey, Rollo, you just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep
We
in thought.
lost. Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds, all heals. Time wounds, all heals. Well, time seems like a lot less of an issue for him now. What? Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter. The hope would it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. And I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Oh my goodness.
Chapter 8, Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go.
From deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We gotta stop
In
him.
one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. What?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
Oh, let's see.
He might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny? Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What is it going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. You all can call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
What's happening? He's a baby! Holy crap! Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused
Eris
you.
awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She
It's a
looked at her
baby.
brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we do always Valentine's do? What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be a great help, thank
She
you.
looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head,
So
Eris
it's a
addressed
baby.
the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue.
Epilogue! It's over?
Lincoln Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of after everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through. Middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Aww. What? Just going. Checking with Rollo at the treehouse. Okay. Oh, hello. I hear you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it is starting to get crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo, 1 Luca role, so we decided to expand. But at least we've got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Lana's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nellie said she's writing a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't mean just grown, literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this because it all goes to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. Aww. I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. No way! Did we beat it? Oh, hey. What's up? Hey, Gus, how's the tree planting going? He's happy! Couldn't be better! I'm so grateful, Alana and Nellie, for letting me help. Yeah, it wasn't just built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Guess we finished up cleaning the sidewalks. What's next?
Perennial harvest collapsed. Most of the clipboards skipped town, but some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Aww. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here is something that I can be proud of. Aww. Rollo! Oh, Titian. A little higher. They're working on the treehouse. A little lower. Yep. A little higher. Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell them it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of the antenna redesign. Fine, fine, Iggy. Just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yup. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip up a bit. You're right. Lead the way. We gotta go to Beck's house. Oh, the music's playing. This journey has been amazing. How's the napping this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view. And the view's getting greener every day. Nice. Aww, I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out the old stuff before putting the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now the official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's a lot of work to do and the name still serves a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean it should change should, okay. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Slow and Dirty Harvest. Oh, I love that. Oh, the baby, young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball.
Iris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Aww. He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
She's done reading her books. I think that signifies the ends. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. She missed everything. Oh my gosh, we gotta go get to Beck. What the heck is going on here? Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. Wow. Jeff's wild ride. Oh my gosh.
Harvest gone. The transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on. No one is too big, no one is too small for Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the rest of your life. Who's next? Me. This is great. Oh, wait.
Guess what? Yesterday I saw Dynasties Titius, and that's good. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the county.
Oh, that's good. Oh, wait. What is this?
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. The beehive is empty? Why is that weird? Oh, I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in! It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, though. Yours aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. What? What is it, Beck? Checking with Beck at her house. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. I should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Oh my gosh. Are we about to plant a tree where my dad passed away at in this game? No way. That is the best ending.
Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, rides on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
Oh my gosh, we're about to take that tree, aren't we? Oh my gosh, that's
I think
sweet.
this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you.
Oh my...
It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Okay. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Oh. Oh my god. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should have probably given you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. And I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. I know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. Just one thing missing now that you're part of the group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh God. Oh God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found a perfect way to start our summer. Oh my God. You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives in you. He loved that old tree, but I know why he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. And I'll give you two a moment. Oh, God. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modwell says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you you. If you wouldn't have stood up for Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Wow. What a story. Oh, we closed it. We closed it. Alright, everybody. That was the final part in the Beacon Pines playthrough. That is the last episode. That is the big finale. I wanted to do the whole video in one last big video. I have other games that I wanted to try. We had to finish this one without a doubt, and I wanted to get it done for you guys so you could see the whole playthrough. This will be a whole playlist of a game full from beginning to end for me. And this game is amazing. Okay? Try it. It's got an amazing story, great characters, great voice acting. Everything about this game is very comforting to me. I enjoyed it. I did not think it would take this long to beat the game, but as they taught us in this game, change is sometimes you don't want to rush it. So it's almost fitting that this game took so long for me to play through, because it was beautiful. And this game holds a special place in my heart. It made me cry at the end. Amazing game. That is all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed your time here in Coal Space. That is the last Beacon Pines episode I have for you. And we are going to move on to other games now. But I definitely enjoyed this game so much. And I will never forget it. It's one of my favorites. Thank you. And bye for now. Until our next story.